Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone. How y'all doing? Happy Sunday. This is Adelai Brown. Those of you listening in now, those of you listening on a replay, hey, Melody, how you doing? Thank you so much for coming on. This is Adelai Brown. For those of you who don't know, I am Adelai Brown with Be Blessed Daily, and I inspire and empower women and girls to break through the glass ceilings in their lives and soar in their unlimited greatness. And good afternoon. How you doing? Good afternoon, Mr. Addicted to Fitness. Yes. How you doing? Well, I just wanted to jump on today to just talk with you guys briefly. Thank you so much for coming in, too. Just talk with you guys briefly and just I wanted to ask you, did you realize that you are an agent of change? Like you are undercover. As we go through this human experience, I just want you to realize that you're not here just to serve you. Like you're here to serve everyone in this earth. Everything that you do is connected to someone else. Hey, Shirley. Hey, everyone for coming in. Blessings to you guys. Happy Sunday. And today I was really sitting there thinking about that. Like, do you know? Like, you're not just this human who, occasionally has a spiritual experience. Like, you are a spirit that has having a human experience right now. So when you think about it like that and you look at your life, it's going to make you go into looking at life in a completely different aspect. I was reading 1 Corinthians chapter 12 this morning. My family and we had church at home this morning, which was absolutely beautiful. I absolutely loved it. A lot of people act like, as long as you're fellowshipping, that's what it's all about. And it was beautiful to do that with my husband and my children, because I realized a lot of times I'm good, thanks. And yes, as always, evolving and serving a purpose. Yes, exactly. I realize that sometimes we get so caught up in being seen. We have to get so caught up in doing things the way that everyone is doing it. Especially with me building my company. You see so many other people that are doing things and they're establishing this works for them and that works for that person. And sometimes you feel pulled to and from. So 1 Corinthians chapter 12, for me, it reminded me that I was created for a specific purpose, right? And what my purpose is, it complements yours. I don't need to be, thank you so much for inviting your followers as well. I don't need to feel threatened by the fact that you're doing what you're doing and you're excelling at it, and nor should you be threatened by me. Hello, thank you guys so much for coming in. So what does that mean? In 1 Corinthians chapter 12, it talked about how, God created the body and he put each member in its own purpose, right? So what good is it if the eye said, well, why can't I talk? I want to be a mouth. What if your ears decided that, you know what? I don't want to hear things. I think I would get a lot more credit if I could smell. Or I think I would get a lot more credit if I was what you walked on. So I don't want to be the ear. I would much rather be the feet. Because that's what we do in life. We tell God, you made a mistake. No, you shouldn't have did this to me. Why can't I sing like her? Why can't I run and jump like him? Why can't I, dress like this person? Why don't I have this gift? Why don't I have that gift? That's not why you were created. You were created to be the best at being yourself. You were not created to, model and be a cheap copy of someone else's beautiful original. And that's what many of us are doing. Many people are. I had someone say to me, oh, you are an author, a speaker, and a coach. Oh, yeah, everybody on Periscope is doing that. And I was like, wow, yeah, if they're operating in their gift, then they should be doing it. But for those of you who are not operating in your gift, guess what? It'll catch up with you. Let me tell you something. What's in you is always going to come out of you. And if you decided that if you're an ear, thank you guys for sharing this up. And I thank you guys for the hearts, because anytime you follow me, remember, each member serves a purpose and supports the whole purpose. Exactly. That's my point. And what happens when that member isn't serving its purpose? A lot of times it gets amputated. I worked in a vascular practice for many years. I watch people come in and they can walk, and then they come in a week later and they don't have legs. Both of the legs are gone. Because why? Because it was ischemic. To everyone that I invited, please follow Abraham. Her spirit is. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yes, I really appreciate you guys. When I worked in that vascular practice, I would watch people come in. The doctors would tell them, look, your blood flow is low to your legs. If you want to keep your legs, these are the things that you need to do. But they didn't do what they were supposed to do. But then they were shocked when they came back and find out you're about to lose function of these members. And not just lose function, they're about to be taken away from you. And see, a lot of times that's what we do. We forget that if you don't use this gift, you could lose this gift. And see, for me, just to tell you a little bit about me, I've always been one that talked a lot. And people used to say, oh, you talk too much, you talk too much. And I was already very insecure, and I was already very, I questioned myself a lot. So even though I had a lot to say, yes, it's a wake-up call. Yes, Sassy, I'm telling you, Danny, it's a wake-up call. So I had a lot to say, but I shut up. But when I did speak, I spoke things that I thought people around me wanted to hear because I needed them to like me. I needed them to love me. I needed them to accept me. But more so, I needed them to approve me. I needed them to validate me because I felt very empty in those areas. And see, when I say that a lot of times, people will say, who, me? I don't have that problem. I don't care about what people have to say about. Yes, you do. But the way we react to it is different. Some people have a nonchalant attitude. Yes, ma'am. Girl, listen here. It's exhausting. It wears out. Don't use it. It's going to lose. Yes, you going to lose that thing. Yes, you are. I'm trying to tell y'all. So for me, God was stirring me up with writing and with speaking, and he would have people start to call me, and I would start to encourage them. And then I go to church. My pastor asked me to teach Bible study, and once she asked me to do that, it was like it ignited something in me. And I realized I've been sitting on this thing because I've been trying to fit in. I cannot fit in because I got to be great at being myself. And once I'm being great at being myself, I'm shining. I'm in my own lane. I'm doing my own thing. But when I'm doing my own thing, it complements your thing. I don't care if you're in Australia right now. I don't care if you're in New York, if you're in Atlanta, if you're in Cali. I don't care where you are right now. Guess what? What I'm doing complements what you're doing right now. Just the fact that you're on here, it complements what you're doing. And that's something we have to realize. I had my live Heart Talk event on Friday. That was a success. I had my mentoring group. We did our first annual Shine Time retreat. We had over 20-something girls in there for the whole day on a rainy Saturday in Charleston, South Carolina. That's where I'm from. We actually, yes, ma'am. And you know what? I'll tell you this. The lane is already prepared for us. God already created us in the lane. The problem is we wanted to cross over into everyone else's lane, right? We wanted to cross over and do what everyone else had us doing versus us doing our own thing. Hey, honey, you want to tell everybody hi?
Hey. Hey, everyone. How y'all doing?
That's my husband, everybody. Y'all know he's shy. He don't like to talk. I'm going to get him on this camera a little bit more. But, God had already created us in our lane, right? That's the problem. We like to try to force ourselves into things. When you are operating in your gift, Proverbs tells us in chapter 18 that your gift will make room for you and bring you before great men. Look at me on Periscope. If I wasn't operating on my gift, I wouldn't be in front of these great people that are watching me right here, wherever you are. And that's what it is. And that's what we have to understand. And we have to operate in that. When I started doing my girls group, like I told the girls last night, I said, look, this is a free event. This is a free program. The cost, the financial cost is free, but not the expectations. I love you guys, but I don't love you enough to hold on to you if you're not going to be productive in this group. I'm not going to deal with the attitudes. I'm not going to deal with the stuff your parents and your teachers deal with because I expect better from you. And if you got a problem with it, you can step. And I love you that much to know that I will prune you off of this branch so that everybody else can live. And sometimes we have to do that in life. Sometimes we have to do that when we're pursuing our dreams and we're pursuing our careers and we're pursuing our relationships. Some things work for us. Some things that worked before are dead now, and we need to prune those things. Some things have to be amputated. When you realize that you're an agent of change and you're operating in your gift, I'm sorry, y'all, I keep looking down because Rocco, my cat, anybody that knows this knows that Rocco, my cat, you see him right there? He likes to follow me. He thinks that he's a dog, actually. Move, Rocco. He thinks that he's a dog, so that's how he is. But But seriously, guys, like seriously, back on track, because Rocco kind of threw me off just now. But I'm just being very serious about this because I had to realize that for myself. And as I come into contact with people, like I get on Periscope and I see some of you guys, and I'm like, man, they are amazing. I really love what they're doing. God just so gently dropped in my spirit, and other people feel the same way about you. And that's why we cannot be... Yeah. Rocco getting shots out on Periscope. That's why we cannot shrink in our gift, and we cannot run from it. God is calling all of us to step up. Don't try to be the eye if you were intended to be the gallbladder, right? Don't try to be the nose when God told you that you were going to be the spleen. See, those are the things that people don't see. But let me tell you something. We still need those things to operate. I can't see my heart. But let me tell you what happens. If I act like the heart doesn't exist and it stops, you guys won't be looking at me anymore because I won't be able to operate. And that's the thing. We like to discredit the things that we don't see. We like to discredit those unmentionable areas in our life, and we don't realize, how do you know what God has called you to do? You seek him and ask him, but you have to be open for the answer. That's a great question, Melody, and a lot of people struggle with that. There are a lot of people telling people and helping people find their purpose, and the truth of the matter is they still are lost themselves because they don't want to be honest. See, if you really truly pray and ask God to show you what your purpose is, you got to be prepared for the answer. I didn't want God to tell me that this was my purpose. I told y'all I was going to school to be a nurse. I was going to become an RN, and then I was going to be a nurse practitioner, and I was going to stay in the environment I was comfortable in. Be where you are and serve your purpose. Walk in it. Yes, but we have to be open to it. See, a lot of us have not embraced ourselves fully. We just haven't. So we think our talents are our purpose. Like we think just because we're good at something, that means that's where we're supposed to be operating. And that's not necessarily the case. Sometimes it's the thing that you have to sit still, and the thing that's the hardest to come out, that's where the gift is, because we've suppressed it for so long. See, me being a nurse, I can talk or not and be an excellent nurse. But God said that you're a mouthpiece. Quit trying to be the hands and quit trying to be the arms. I got somebody else set to do that. I need you to make a joyful noise. I need you to be a mouthpiece. I need you to be a loudspeaker out to what it is that I need you to do. And guess what? I'm great with dealing with patients. When I worked in the office, I was the front end supervisor, but the patients wanted me to come in the room, and it took me years to uncover my purpose because I wanted to do what I wanted to do. Exactly, Shirley. You wanted to do what you wanted to do, and let's take it a step further. We also want to do what other people tell us we should be doing. People who we respect, we admire their opinion. So sometimes and people used to tell me, you'll be a great nurse. That's what you should do. Or you smart, you got good grades in school, you should be a doctor. Or a lawyer, you should be a doctor or a lawyer, or whatever the case may be. And because I valued everyone else's opinion more than I valued my own, guess what? I was like to and from. Like I was this place this day, or this person I like said, maybe you should do this, so I start pursuing that. Then this person I like said, maybe you should do this, then I start doing that. I wasn't anchored in my own greatness. So what that meant was I was just being tossed to and fro. Like I was in the sea on waves, and a storm was just taking me wherever it wanted me to go. And that's exactly how my life was. And I thank you so much for the hearts. I thank you so much for the hearts, guys. I love the hearts. I thank you for sharing this with your followers. But I really want you to think about this. You're an undercover agent. And an undercover agent has already gotten directions from a higher power, right? A higher source, right? Okay. So when you come in as an undercover agent, you're in this atmosphere, like the Bible tells us. You must be in the world, but not of the world. You have to go into this atmosphere understanding that you have a purpose, you have something that you have to do, and you can't be distracted with what's going on around you. You got to stay on track. You also can't always get into doing like when in Rome, do as Romans do. No, you can't always do that. Because when you undercover, you have to keep in mind, look, I'm here for a reason. I'm not you. Even though I may look like you, though I may be acting like you, I am not you. I have a certain thing that I have to do. That goes back to our spiritual gifts. Because the thing that I have to do may be seeing. The thing that you have to do may be smelling. The thing that Shirley has to do may be hearing. The thing that Mr. Fitness has to do may be dealing with lifting. But let me tell you something. It's all in one body. And we all need each other to truly live and let our lives shine, our light shine the way that it needs to shine. I want you to think about that. Because even as I have been building, I love changing lives. It's why, yes, it's why you're here. But even as you change others' lives, Mr. Fitness, tell me this. Exactly, community, right? We have to stay connected. That's the first thing in my step. How do I find my purpose? I had to get connected in God. I said, you know what? You created me. Like I told y'all last week, when your microwave breaks, do you go get the instruction manual for your stove? If your refrigerator isn't working, are you going to use the instruction manual for your toaster? No, you need to go to the manufacturer that created that thing to find out how to work that thing. And that's what I'm telling you. You need to do that. You need to find out, if I'm an ear, tell me how I'm supposed to hear. Tell me how I'm supposed to listen. That's what we were talking about this morning. That's what I'm going to be talking about this week. And I just really wanted to drop that in your spirit, because I feel like a lot of people are trying to be eyes and ears and nose and hands, when they were supposed to be the heart and the lungs and the gallbladder and the stomach and the spleen and all kind of other stuff. And sometimes those areas don't get as much accolades, and those things people don't realize enough. But you let that thing go wrong in your body, the whole body gonna be sick. And that's something we have to realize. Like, I need you just as much as you need me. And when I'm in competition with you, I'm hurting myself. There is no competition when you're in your own lane. There is no competition at being yourself. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe what people are telling you. I'm telling you this. It's not. And I just really had to get on here and share this with you guys. Like, after doing that event with those girls, and I got connected with some people, like, Shine Time is going global. Heart Talk is going global. I need to be in every city encouraging people, because that's my gift and that's what I do. You may be the type of person, like I know Melody, if you sit on here, you build websites. So that's what you need to do. Shirley is my faith coach. Shirley does the faith coaching. Like, you need to get your faith boosted? Yeah, Shirley's the person. Mr. Fitness gonna work you out physically, right? I don't know what you do, Danny, but I'm quite sure you're great at what you're doing. My point is, I'm not gonna be like Mr. Fitness. I'm not trying to work you out. I don't know nothing about that. And I may admire what he's doing, but it's not me trying to be that. And that's what a lot of people do. We take that admiration and we try to imitate that thing. No. Why not just congratulate that person and pray and ask God, how do these things fit? If I admire this that much, it's something about that I'm drawn to. How do I need to handle that? How do I need to work on that? See, those are the things that we need to be thinking about. Okay, that's perfect, Melody. So your websites kind of introduce you, is like a teaser, right? It was like the appetizer, right, to the entree of what it is that God wants you to do, right? Okay, so you keep moving forward. You keep moving forward and you keep praying. But let me tell y'all, I'm going to tell y'all, listen, I'm going to go. My family fussed at me. They told me that they miss me. Even though I'm in the house with them all day, I'm on the computer, I'm on the phone, I'm talking to people, building this empire. So today and tomorrow, I'm going to chill back. I'm not going to be doing my 2 scopes. I started that on yesterday. I'm going to just scope today. I'm going to scope tomorrow. But I'm going to spend some time with them because I need to refuel. I can feed the world, but if my family is starving, I'm a failure. That's how I feel. I don't care what y'all think about me if they don't love me. Like, seriously, I love these hearts I'm getting from y'all, but if my kids don't heart me up and my husband ain't heart me up, I gotta reevaluate what's going on. See, a lot of people let that dollar sign distract them. Don't get me wrong. I want all the money God got for me. Yes, ma'am. But my thing is, what good is the money if I can't enjoy it because I don't have peace in my heart? And see, that's what a lot of us do. We will stage some selfies. We will make sure we are happy, but on Periscope or on Facebook or whatever. But when the rubber meets the road, if the people could talk to the people around you, would they be saying the same thing that social media is saying? I'm going to tell you. The people around me, yeah, they're going to be saying the same thing. Set a schedule and try to stick to it. Oh, yes. I agree with that, Melody. I've set a few schedules. I've been working through it. But I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of the schedules that I've set, I didn't set them being really honest with myself. I set them more with the pressure of the marketplace or what's going on around me. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm working on setting the schedules to where it works for me. So that's why I said I'm taking a step back. I'm not worried about all of the posting and all of the videos and, I got to do this and I got to do that. I'm letting it be more natural because I want it to be authentic. Like, I'm not going to be forced. And I'm telling you guys, And other people may advise against this. There will be some expert that say the way you're doing it is wrong. But this is how I feel. If it's 7 billion people on the planet, plus people, it's 7 billion plus ways to get it right. Okay? No one way is the right way. And that's what I'm having to learn. And I'm okay. I can share these vulnerabilities and these things that I'm working on with you because it doesn't take away from the gift that I have. You know, my gift is not an organization. And I get that. So what God is doing is connecting me with people who are gifted in those things and are helping me and giving me those tools back to the body. I'm a mouthpiece. I'm not the hand. I'm not the fingers. I'm not the arm. I'm not the elbow. I'm not the shoulder. You see what I mean? And that's one of the biggest things that I've really been focusing on. And that's when God is like, if you undercover, don't get so caught up. Don't believe the hype. You got to do what's working best for you. Okay? You can't worry about that pressure. Well, yes, you do. I'm actually from Charleston, and my accent is Gullah. Some say Geechee. But the low country area from Wilmington, North Carolina, on around to Florida, going through all the way over to Louisiana. Yes, Gullah Geechee. Yes, Gullah is usually how it's. So, yeah, I'm a Geechee girl. And a lot of people say I sound like I'm from New Orleans as well. But yeah, that's what you hear. That's how we sound in Charleston. That's that Geechee. Yes, yes, yes. Geechee Gullah. Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. So yes, I'm from the islands, but it's James Island, South Carolina. It's not anything in the Caribbean. But yes, ma'am. And that's another thing. I used to get teased about my voice. All of that, I got you covered. Jersey has a venue for you as well, if you get a following this way. Oh, well, it's so funny because I'm actually coming up there. Is your email in your link in your profile? Because I know I'm following you too, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to go check you out, Mr. Fitness. You are fortunate to have another culture to draw from. Yes, and I'm going to be honest with you. The different cultures running through my family, I can't be prejudiced against anyone because there's so many cultures that are prevalent. I'm going to reach out to you, Mr. Fitness, because guess what? Mr. Addicted to Fitness, because I'm actually coming up that way here soon. So I definitely will reach out to you because it's so much that we have to share. It's so much that we have to work on. It's so much that we need to do and embracing ourselves. I'm sick and tired of people telling me, oh, I'm over it. I am good. I already prayed about that thing. I am done. Stop lying. Yes, you prayed about it, but you're still mad. You're still vindictive. You still got a chip on your shoulder. You're still insecure, so you cover it in arrogance. Come on now. Let's be real. Let's be real with each other. I'm so sick of people with that, but guess what? Back to the 7+ billion. I'm not worried about them. I'm going to just focus on what I'm good at. And for those who don't agree with it, don't like it, they're not for me. Building is everything. And that's exactly what it is because we need that. Like when I finished my session on Friday, one of the biggest things the lady told me was, we just didn't have enough time. I would love to spend a day with you. I would love to spend a weekend with you. They didn't know I had all of these things written out of my goals of things that I plan to do this year. So God confirmed that stuff. Why? Because I was operating in my gift. Now, if I was someplace studying for my nursing exam, yes, and that's why I followed you on that Periscope train because I appreciated your energy as well. If I was working on my nursing exam, people would have been like, oh man, that's awesome. You're doing a great job. But I wasn't in the will of God. That wasn't my purpose. I could get that degree and make 6-7 figures and all of that through my lifetime. But am I operating completely? Almost doesn't count. See, we can do good things, but are they God things? When we are undercover agents, it keeps us focused and understanding that what's a God thing, and that's what we need to be doing. So I really want to encourage you. I don't tell everyone that I have a venue. Oh, gotcha. What? I'll tell you like this, Mr. Addicted to Fitness. This is going to be a blessing, and I appreciate you thinking that much of me because what you see is what you get. My cousin is on here. She'll tell y'all, what you see is what you get. This is Adelaide. This is Addie. Some call me Addie. I'm over it. Like you could tell me off. You could say what you got to say. I'm not going to question myself the way I used to. When I realize that I'm an undercover agent, if I don't fit into a certain environment, I ain't supposed to fit in. Why am I not supposed to fit in? Because it doesn't go with my purpose. Me standing out is what God wants me to do. Because when I stand out, that's when I get noticed. That's when people take notice of what I'm doing. And that's when I can make the impact that He wants me to do. You see what I'm saying? And and it's pertinent, guys. Like, it is such a big deal. So all of us could get to a place where they plateau. Like, what I'm doing right now, I know this is going to change. I have other dreams and other aspirations of things that I want to do. And that's what I was saying to you earlier, Melody. Websites, yes, you do a great job at that, but you know so many other things dealing with business. You know so many other things dealing with anything with business and building people and networking and things like that. So what you did was it opened the door. Yes, thank you so much for my email. Yes, thank you so much for putting up the email. That's my email right there, Mr. Addicted to Fitness. And maybe you can put yours in there for me as well so that I can connect with you. But what you're doing, Melody, is it opened the door. I encourage you, go read 1 Corinthians chapter 12. You can Google that on your phone and read through it. I bet you it's going to ignite something in you. And as it ignites that thing in you, journal it. Write what's stirring up in your spirit as you read it. See, a lot of us make dealing with God and asking for our purpose, we make it harder than what it is. He's already telling us, but we're looking for a big bang. But he told us in a soft whisper. Okay, DAmericans@gmail. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'll be reaching out to you. Be looking for an email from me in the next few days. Remember, it's in my bio as well. Okay, perfect. Then we'll definitely be connecting because I have some dates. I know I'm planning on coming up that way here soon. So I will definitely be getting in touch with you because I'm really good at business coaching, but I'm resisting calling myself a business coach. Okay, well, you don't have to call yourself a business coach. You don't have to put those titles and those labels in yourself. But what you have to do is just be great in that thing that you're good at. If you know that you're really good at doing it, do that. I'm a coach too, but what do? I inspire and empower women and girls to break through the glass ceilings in their lives and soar in their greatness. I could be anything. I could be a fitness coach. I could be a life coach. I could be a business coach. I could be anything with that, right? And it's the same thing with you. And even though we specialize in certain things, it doesn't mean that we're not good in other areas. We just need to be sensitive to our spirits that are leading us. We already have an internal GPS system. We just need to listen to it. So as you're undercover in life and you're going through things in life, I want you to stay focused on that. Stay focused on the fact that if people aren't accepting you, you weren't supposed to. You don't have to. But if people give you the accolades, thank you. Somebody else said it. I didn't say it. Thank you so much for telling her that, Mr. Addicted to Fitness, because she needs that. Seriously. Because that's what people are saying, because people can see that you're great at it. And I'm going to tell y'all one thing. It took me a while to embrace being an author, being a coach, being a speaker, being a mentor, because I didn't really value myself. I didn't realize how worthy my life experiences made. Like, I was worthy regardless if I did anything or not. Just the fact that I'm breathing, that makes me worthy. That makes me human, and I am deserving of every right of every human out there, right? Like the poem Equipment says, we were all born with the same things. The same things. It's all about how you're going to use it and how you're going to put it into action. So just remember today that you guys are agents of change. I'm going to go because I know Christopher is about to come to the door and tell me, Mommy, wait. I had to hide from him. I had to come outside because he made me put my phone down today. That's when I knew it was God telling me it's time to put it down, and I got back on anyway. But I love y'all so much, and I missed y'all last night because I fell asleep. I was so tired after those 2 events. So just get connected with me. Email me at the info@beblesseddaily.com. Ladies, you can click the link in the bio and join my Heart Talk group on Facebook. I just want us to stay connected. I really want us to soar in our greatness. And I'm telling you, it's our time. It is our time, okay? Remember that you have a certain place in the body that's your thing. You're not trying to be everything else. What you are fits perfectly in and connects with someone. Thank you. I like that. Boogie Brown. I like that. I could hear the New Jersey in you. That's an up north thing right there. We have a lot of family up there, and that sounds like something one of my cousins will say to me. But I'm telling you, man, you are undercover. If you don't fit in and people don't accept you, it's like that for a reason. Don't try to force your way into something. God has already made you perfect. You just need to embrace that perfect imperfection. Okay? I love you guys. Stay connected. Thanks for inviting your followers. I'm going to meditate and journal today. Please do. And shoot me a text or anything. If there's anything I can do to support you, Melody, you know how to stay connected with me. I really want the best for you, and whatever I can do to help you with that, let me know. Same thing to you, Mr. Addicted to Fitness. We about to take over New Jersey. I need to be in your house trainer. In your house trainer for your heart group thinking. We'll discuss. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what we will do. Just remember, give me a few days because I'm kind of pulling back, but I am going to email you. I am going to reach out to you today and tomorrow. I told him I'm going to chill, so I'm going to get off the scope because I was already on here long enough. I'll be back on sometime tomorrow working that out. Y'all will see me. God bless y'all. I love y'all. And remember, as always, be blessed. And thanks for inviting your followers and everything. Oh, I love y'all. I'm serious. I really appreciate this. Big things are happening. Y'all better get ready. I got to go. See, I can't stop talking. You can tell that's my gift. I love y'all. Bye.